I'm trapped on a ghost underground, but receive a cryptic warning not to get off the train moments before my escape. 1. The underground was too noisy. I was woken up by a woman's miserable cry for help. My head hurt a little, and I rubbed my eyes hard. Across the street sat a young woman in her 20s, yellow hair, very fashionable. A black suit top with a short black skirt, and underneath a pair of small leather boots that reached the height of her calves. A young man is yanking her hard, and she's holding on to the armrests and not letting go, squealing like a killer pig. The man tore her blouse, vaguely revealing the black underwear inside. The people next to her had already dispersed far away, fearing that the argument would spread to them. I said in my heart, "Mind your own business and fart more." I looked down and started to swipe my mobile phone. A news pop-up popped up on my phone, and without reading the content, my finger muscle memory had already scratched the message up. The radio happened to blare out, "Passengers getting off the train, please get ready." The Yu Yang gate is here. The doors will be opening soon. Please don't lean on the doors, ... Leaping Sun Gate? I bounced up. I'd missed my stop. I was supposed to get off at the previous stop of Yuyangmen, which is along Diking. 2. I rushed out the door. Luckily, I'd only missed one stop, so I just had to go across the street and get back on. It's so quiet. I've never been to this stop before, and there's no one waiting around me. Hey, that's great. I'm sure I'll get a seat this time. I was just standing in front of the door when I heard the train whistling in the distance. It's great that it's coming so soon. It's an empty car, and the air conditioning is turned up loud. Probably because I was the only one. The cold wind was like the silk of a spring silkworm layering me. Chilled to the bone, I muttered and tugged at my shirt, moving to the side to lean against the railing as sleepiness rolled in. I don't know how long it took, but I was woken up by the announcement, "Please get ready for the passengers getting off the train. Mingguan Station is here, ... Crap, you've sat through it again." I got up in a flurry. Not it. I recalled what the voice announcement just said. I couldn't believe that I sat through it again, but I really didn't hear the arrival announcement along Diking at all. I went back to the station where I started. 3. I got off the train and went back to the waiting line. I got off the train and went to the waiting line on the opposite side of the train. I couldn't fall asleep this time. I clutched my mobile phone. Soon the train arrived and I got on. There are not many people on the train. I didn't look carefully. So I just found 3 consecutive empty seats and sat in the middle of no one next to each other. I was swiping my mobile phone when I suddenly heard a bark, followed by a chiding sound. "Why are you touching me when you're sick? Go find a dog when you're in heat." Opposite me sat a young woman in her 20s with yellow hair, very fashionable. A black blazer with a short black skirt and a pair of small leather boots underneath that reached the height of her calves. What a familiar outfit. The man sitting next to her was so angry that he stood up at once and deleted her slap. I have no intention to look at other people's homes, skimmed a glance, and quickly looked down at my mobile phone. Not a moment later, I heard the woman's shrill voice ring out again. "Help! hit someone, tearing clothes. Shut up. You shut up. Shut up. The people next to us scattered in fear that the argument would affect them. Pa. A parasol rolled to my feet. I don't know if the woman fought back. If she did, will this be ruled an assault? I was staring at the parasol, wondering if I should pick it up, when suddenly the announcement started. Get off the passenger, please. Get ready. The leaping sun door is here. The door is ... What's going on? Did I miss my stop again? I didn't sleep. Where's the diking station? 4. I couldn't care less about the parasol. I picked up my mobile phone and bounced up, not bothering with the pop-up message that had just appeared on my phone. I took a big step to the door of the car. The car hadn't stopped yet, but through the door glass, I could see the outside environment. So familiar. ... Isn't this the station I just arrived at? The train didn't stop in the middle, just now. What's going on? I've only heard of ghosts hitting the walls, but this ghost can't get into the underground. I closed and opened my eyes and stared at it again and again. It's true. I really went back. I scratched my head vigorously. What the hell is going on? The doors opened and I got off with hesitant feet. The train whistled away behind me, and I stood alone in the middle of the waiting area, with not a soul around me. It was so quiet around me that it made my heart grow fuzzy. I controlled myself not to think about the bulls and ghosts. Something was wrong, too wrong. While I was puzzled, the return car came from the opposite side. Do I ... still get on? After a few seconds of hesitation, I made up my mind and held my breath. I don't believe it. This time, I'm going to keep staring at the door. I'll see. This car, to the station, in the end, stopping, not stopping. 5. I walked into the carriage with a fierce expression. There was still no one on the train. I didn't sit down. I didn't play with my mobile phone. I stood in front of the door like a cockfight. I stared at the route map on top of the door. The little red dot was blinking on the Yuyangman station marker. The red light jumping from one to the other as the train. Why isn't it there yet? My eyes were dry and a little sore from staring, so I lifted my arm to rub my eyes, and my elbow was a little sore. When the voice announcement sounded, the little red dot lit up on the Myeongwon station marker, and I couldn't help but have my pupils dilate, feeling that the reminder surrounding my ears was no longer elegant and friendly, but more like a polite, icy mockery. This can't be. I stammered in agitation. How could the train not stop? I saw with my own eyes the red dot separating the stations in the center. The doors slowly opened, like an open maw, the edges glittering with silver light, as if waiting for me to step out and into its mouth. I didn't know what to do when the opposite train came into the station, and I could vaguely see that there was someone in the opposite car, looking towards the empty carriages around me. I rubbed my arms back and forth to calm the hairs that had just stood up. This is too weird. It's better to go to a crowded place. Translated with DeepL.com free version.